I think it's safe to say that we're moving towards a future where automobile gas is going to be obsolete. Electric vehicles are the way of the future. Manufacturers are putting more effort into transitioning from traditional vehicles to electric vehicles. There are numerous advantages to owning an electric vehicle with the appropriate level of functionality and infrastructure. 2022 was a year when more electric cars were bought and driven, especially the new Tesla. And now we move into 2023. China has made enough progress in making electric automobiles and is ready to launch a new breed of modern electric cars. Let's get straight into this. BYD is the top EV battery maker. In 2022, Chinese electric vehicle battery makers dominated the global market, with 6 companies ranking among the top 10 and accounting for a 60.5% share despite doubling EV sales on the mainland. According to Seoul-based SNE Research, contemporary Amperex technology, CATL, based in East China's Fujian province, has retained its position as the world's largest EV battery producer. According to the research and consulting services provider, CATL installed 165.7 gigaton hours of battery cells from January to November 2022, which is 101.8% more than the same period the previous year. The company's global market share increased from 32.8% at the end of 2021 to 37.1% at the end of 2022. In terms of both technology and sales volume, Chinese EV battery companies are now the global leaders, said Davis Zheng, a senior executive at Suzhou Hazardtech, a supplier of specialized vehicle batteries. However, they must expand internationally to alleviate overcapacity concerns. According to the China Passenger Car Association, sales of pure electric and plug-in hybrid cars in China are expected to exceed 6.4 million units in 2022, more than doubling the 2.99 million units recorded the previous year. China is the world's largest EV market, accounting for 2/3 of global sales. BYD unveils its brand. BYD Co. debuted the first of 2 new luxury electric vehicle brands this year, aiming to broaden its rapidly expanding reach by entering the premium car segment. At a press conference on the 3rd of January 2023, the Shenzhen-based company unveiled its U8 sports utility vehicle under the Yangwang brand. BYD said the SUV would cost $1 million yuan, but gave no further details. That would make it one of China's most expensive EVs on the road. The Model Y SUV from Tesla Inc. starts at 288,900 yuan, or $42,030. BYD is edging closer to market leader Tesla by expanding into higher-priced EVs aimed at wealthier buyers, while bolstering and renewing its existing lineup. Tesla's factory in Shanghai produces around 70,000 EVs per month. BYD also unveiled the U9, a luxury electric sports sedan. Aside from technical specifications, not much else was revealed about the vehicles. However, BYD stated that the U8 has 4 electric motors and the automaker's signature blade batteries, and that it can drive in water in an emergency. BYD previously teased the safety capabilities of its new luxury marquee by showing footage of driving in icy conditions and with a puncture. Even with COVID affecting production, Warren Buffett backed BYD's sales of new energy vehicles, including pure electric cars and hybrids, increased to 1.86 million last year, from around 604,000 in 2021. In December, a top BYD executive stated that output had been reduced by at least 2,000 cars per day, and that 20 to 30% of employees could not work and were quarantined at home. For the first time since February of last year, sales of its pure electric vehicles fell month-on-month in December. While regular passenger car sales in China aren't growing as quickly as they have in the past, rising only 1.8% to 20.7 million in 2022, demand for EVs is holding steady. According to China's Passenger Car Association, approximately 6.5 million EVs were sold last year, with that figure expected to rise to at least 8.4 million by 2023. BYD is resilient due to long order backlogs and a stable supply chain, according to Fitch Ratings Inc.'s Jing Yang, corporate research director. We anticipate BYD's overseas expansion and the launch of new brands in 2023, which should increase value. The company, which also manufactures batteries and semiconductors, has not announced where the new luxury brands will be sold. BYD shares have risen 7.9% in Hong Kong in the first 3 trading days of the year, following a 28% drop in 2022. Tesla fell 65% last year and then fell 12% Tuesday after delivering fewer EVs than expected in the previous quarter. NewShot Sales in 2022. Another low-cost electric vehicle brand is gaining traction in China, this time selling compact SUVs. NewShot, named after a fiery Chinese mythological character, claims its car deliveries will increase to 152,000 vehicles by 2022. The NewShot V, a compact SUV with a post-subsidy starting price of 83,900 yuan or $12,000, received the majority of deliveries. In comparison, Nio's larger SUVs, which have a longer driving range and numerous other features, start at around 400,000 yuan. However, Nio delivered more than 122,000 electric vehicles in 2022, a 34% increase over the previous year. This includes the company's high-end sedans. Nio has stated that its primary focus is on the more specialized higher-end market, but it has hinted at plans to launch a mass-market brand. According to a FactSet transcript, during earnings call in early November, CEO William Li stated that the company had a meeting that day with its mass market team, which expected each model in the segment to sell more than 50,000 units per month. That equates to 600,000 cars per model per year. The Hongguang Mini, a low-cost electric vehicle, has been the best-selling new energy passenger car in China, a category that includes hybrids. According to the China Passenger Car Association, year-to-date sales had surpassed 370,000 vehicles as of November. The Hongguang Mini, on the other hand, is a tiny car compared to NewShot's SUVs and sedans. NewShot also stated that it would export approximately 3,500 vehicles in 2022. The company has been expanding into Southeast Asia since late 2021, beginning with a partnership in Thailand. NewShot, also known as Neta, has an English-language website where it advertises that it is looking for partners in the Philippines and Cambodia. Li Auto delivers more than Nio. Nio's growth in 2022 trailed that of Li Auto, another US-listed Chinese electric car company with SUVs in a comparable price range. On the other hand, the company's cars include a fuel tank to extend the battery's driving range. Li Auto reported that its annual deliveries increased by 47% to more than 133,000 vehicles. XPeng, which is also listed in the United States, saw a 23% year-on-year increase to over 120,000 vehicles. The G9 SUV, the company's newest vehicle, represents the brand's attempt to break out of the lower price range. Tesla said its global deliveries would increase by 40% to 1.31 million vehicles in 2022. The company did not provide a breakdown for China, which is a significant market for the automaker. When Daniel Zhu, the partner at China's first clean-tech venture capital firm, Tsing Capital, bought his first electric car in earlier 2022, it wasn't for environmental reasons. It was useful. In Beijing, obtaining a license plate for a gasoline vehicle was nearly impossible. That's why ArcFox, a Chinese brand launched by the state-owned BAIC Group in 2020 as a potential Tesla rival, was offering a deal that reduced the price by several $1,000s, bringing the battery-powered sedan down to around $34,000. And since electricity was less expensive than gas, it worked pretty well. If it weren't for the license plate restrictions, most of my friends would have preferred a gasoline car. But those who already have a car would consider an EV because charging costs less, said the 28-year-old Daniel. This year, battery-powered or plug-in hybrid vehicles accounted for roughly a quarter of all vehicle sales in the world's largest auto market. By the end of the year, that figure will be around 6 million vehicles. No other country compares. China's rise as an electric vehicle powerhouse has been fueled by generous government support and fierce domestic competition, which has driven down prices and increased demand. According to research firm Jato Dynamics, not only are electric vehicles in China now cheaper on average than gasoline vehicles, but they are also more affordable than comparable vehicles sold in Europe and North America. Analysts increasingly believe that Chinese automakers will lead the industry's electric revolution in China and globally, as Chinese offerings become available in other markets. From a global perspective, the arrival of affordable Chinese electric vehicles is a victory for global efforts to mitigate the worst effects of climate change. It is one area in which the world's largest emitter exceeds its Paris Agreement commitments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It's also a victory for Beijing's industrial planners, who have been working for decades to build a world-class automotive brand. Chinese manufacturers such as Nio and BYD are now frequently referred to as Tesla rivals. China is dominating the EV market and will continue to make more progress because they know it is the future. Thanks for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section.